Most children are intrinsically motivated to do well in school, and when they possess all the skills they need to be a successful student, school most often is a positive experience. When children do not have the skills needed to meet all the demands and expectations imposed on them by schools, they start to see school as a negative experience and will respond accordingly. When children reach their capacity to cope with the demands and expectations placed upon them in a school environment, they will begin to show signs of dysregulation, which many times is manifested as negative behavior. Instead of punishing a child for his inability to cope, schools need to use a problem-solving approach to determine which skills are lagging in the child's ability to cope, and then these skills should be taught. In the same way you see variability in academic skills, you will also see variability in your students' ability to cope with classroom demands and expectations. You will have students who cope very well even when faced with major challenges, and you will have students who have very little ability to cope even with the smallest of issues. You will also see your students' ability to cope change from day to day, depending on outside forces that may have an influence. As educators, we must be cognizant of all our students' wells of coping capacity and respond by empathizing, teaching, and supporting when capacities are low. The Zones of Regulation is a program that provides systematic instruction on self-regulation. The Zones is a concept designed by Leah Coopers, licensed occupational therapist, to help a student gain skills in the area of self-regulation. The program integrates all four self-regulation components: sensory processing and modulation, executive functioning skills, emotional regulation, and social cognition. As learned previously, self-regulation can go by many names, such as self-control, self-management, and impulse control. It is defined as the best state of alertness of both the body and emotions for the specific situation. The zones are highlighted in the following manner using visual strategies to help create a visual imagery of self-regulation. There is a sequence for teaching the skills related to the zones of regulation. You begin by learning the physical states, related feelings, and management strategies. You learn about the different zones and associated feelings and management strategies to enter and stay in the expected zone. Next, triggers that can lead to a change in zones are identified, so the student is aware of the different factors that can change their moods. The third component of the program concentrates on identifying 2 to 3 strategies to help the student return to the green zone when they are feeling dysregulated. Finally, the program teaches the student how to generalize the concepts so they are able to effectively utilize a strategy in the moment.